Hey everyone, Peter Soros here with realestateskills.com. Today I'm joined with one of our students, Frank, who just got his first fix and flip deal under contract. Frank joined the program back in October and was planning on doing a wholesale deal first. But through the training he received in our program, he was able to connect with other professionals in the industry, put a joint venture together, leverage their expertise, and they got their first fix and flip project under contract. As per Frank's request, he asked to remain anonymous for this interview just to respect his relationship with his current employer. Can't wait to share his story with you, so let's jump right into it. Hey Frank, welcome. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for doing this with us. I'm really excited to hear the story about how you got your first fix and flip together. Let's start off like kind of from the beginning. What were you doing before you joined this program?
Yeah. So before I joined the program, long time ago, I was in school. I was trying to work very hard, get good grades,
Hmm.
and go to college, and then get my high advanced degrees, a few of them, then employed by a leading company. So I was thinking, okay, that's a life, and I'm going to have a good career and enjoy life. I didn't really thought about real estate before.
Hmm.
I don't have prior real estate experience.
Yeah, I was wondering that because you know you haven't done your first wholesale deal yet. You kind of jumped right into doing your first fix and flip, getting it under contract. So that's pretty exciting. So no prior real estate experience. What made you want to get into real estate to begin with? Like, what changed all of a sudden, or was it all of a sudden, or was it over time? Like, how did that happen?
Um, Many years ago, I started my career. Is is a good career to start,
Hmm.
providing me um, enough to support my wife and myself. That
Hmm.
but at that time, we only have two people. We don't have kids. We
Hmm.
rented a home. Life was happy, and then we we bought our first home. All the savings was gone.
Okay.
Our first kid was born, and we started to live paycheck by paycheck.
Hmm.
Work harder, get promoted,
Hmm.
get a more higher salary. Then second kid was born, and then we moved to a
Hmm.
more expensive place. So start live paycheck by paycheck again,
Hmm.
and looking forward, right? The demanding for expense is to be higher and higher, but salary increase will be limited.
Of course, yeah.
So right, I was in a like a red risk condition. If you read the book, Rich Dad Poor Dad,
Hmm.
describe a condition. It's a hard financial condition. A lot of people live in. It's difficult to get out and escape from.
The rat race,
So
yeah.
right, rabbit race
Mhm.
exactly. So at heart, I think about it, wondering what's going on and what to do.
Mhm.
I talked to one of my family friends. He has experience in real estate investment, and it's him who gave me the book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, for me
Yeah.
to read.
Mhm.
So I read the book. It started changing my mindset,
Yep.
really making me think about realize what the problem is and what are the possible solutions. Um, I decided I need to do investment and be specific is real estate investment. Um, that's where my journey start.
I can remember when I first read that book too and how it changed my mindset too. So, yeah, it's always, a common theme when people read that book first. So it tends to change their mindset and open up
Right.
horizons.
Yeah. Then I decided to go with the real estate investment. Then I bought quite a few books from Amazon, from 6 or 7 books, or different from different perspective to talk about real estate. But still, I wasn't able to figure out how to start until I saw the video from Alex about a wholesale.
Mhm.
So I would say Alex is really genius, and he introduced the wholesale process very well. And I decided I need to make a phone call for consultation. So the first
Mm-hmm.
consultation is max.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was distracted by I travel overseas.
Okay.
It took me a while, come back home. I made another consultation call with Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So after talking with Mike, I decided to join the program. It's really great talk to Mike and Max to help me to build a trust on the program, help me make a decision to join the program.
So it sounded like your struggle was you knew what real estate could do for you. You just didn't know how to do it. What led you to us specifically? You know, because we all know there's tons of other people out there, but you chose us. So we're always kind of curious. What is it that brought you to us? Was it, you know, the advisors you talked to? Like you said, they were just great listeners. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so wholesale allowed me to start in real estate without much cash. Right? I don't have, as I said earlier, I've been like live paycheck by paycheck. I don't have much savings. Wholesale is from what Adam said, is he laid out the process step by step. I see there is a clear path, there are clear instructions to follow, and don't need much cash. So really, it's a good start point for me. And talk to Max and Mike, and they introduced me what the program can provide, like the training and the community support, and tell me the timeline, how much time I need to spend each week. Everything is clear to me. Looks clear to me, and I know there's direction, and I know there are instructions. I know there will be support.
Got it. So that's probably what, you know, probably kept you from starting into real estate sooner was again, you really know how to do this. And then the question is, well, how do I start? You know, I don't have a lot of funds to get started because most people start off market. It requires money, usually a lot of time as well. And it
Right?
sounds like again, you've got a full-time job, you've got a family to take care of, you've got, you know, you've got money in a HELOC, but that's not really money you can just, you know, play around with, you know, for fun. It's got to
Yeah.
be you got to be very calculated and
Yep.
very assess your risks properly when you use that kind of money. So that was probably was
Right.
holding you back, but then, you know, you saw that we had a process and a program that basically took all those roadblocks out and then you
Exactly.
and then that's I guess what you're saying is when once you saw those roadblocks, you saw a path. We painted a path for you, and you're like, okay, I'm going to go down this path and give it a shot. So and here you are,
Right.
getting your first
Yeah.
fix and flip property under contract. So
Yeah.
that's pretty
Exactly.
great. Um,
Right.
all right. So like, you know, since joining the program, you know, you've always been, you know, working hard. You've been on the calls, you know, we've done deal reviews together. So, you know, you were really pushing and pushing to make this work, which, you know, very proud of you for, you know, getting to this point already. Um, what's the best thing that's happened since you've joined? Do you see any changes in your mindset, in your obviously your financial life might be getting better soon. Um,
Yeah.
has it changing anything personally, even with your family? Because a lot of times we tend to see the changes, you know, they happen on the outside, but there's a lot of internal changes that happen when we start our own business and we start having a little bit of success and people see it. A lot can start changing around you. So we're always curious to hear what's been changing, you know, in Frank's world since you joined the program.
Yeah. First of all, thank you so much for helping me answer my questions. Yeah, those KPI call, weekly KPI call,
Mm-hmm.
and help stay late to help me review the deals. I really appreciate it. That's tremendous help for me. So the the real change, I would say, making me really excited. I entrepreneurship type of thing versus working corporations, very different mindset in life. And almost every day you feel the power, right, to drive you forward.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, at least for myself, I know what I want. I know to get there, I need to work harder. And and whenever there's a I get a help from a community or I can being part of it, I feel excited. I feel supported, and my family they have been supporting as well. They know I'm doing some actual work, and they have been supporting me. So I would say it's a fantastic journey to start and continue. There's really the changes from the mindset and spiritual thing. I just keep going.
Yeah, it's like you finally, you see you have some hope, but because you can see that, "Oh, I can do this." So,
Yeah,
I can even hear it, like, from when you first started till now, it's like this light is on, and it's like, there's hope for me, there's something I can do about,
yeah,
my situation. I can still keep, my current job, all of that stays the
yeah.
same and safe, but I have this thing here that I can keep growing and can turn into
Right,
basically as big as I want it to be. So that definitely, like you
right.
said,
Exactly,
it's a very powerful feeling that you finally start to feel a little bit more in control of your future, and that's one of the
right.
biggest things that why people come to us. They want
Exactly.
we want to have control of our future.
Exactly. A lot of freedom, you feel a lot of power, you're going to turn your dream into reality.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. I love hearing that. Um, so what's your ultimate long-term goal? You kind of, skip the wholesale part. I'm sure you'll still be doing wholesale deals eventually, because
Yeah.
it's just gonna happen. But you're already in a fix and flip, project. You're gonna get started with your partners. What's the next thing to do, after this? Keep trying to get some more wholesale deals, kinda learn to do that, or just keep doing fix and flips as they come up? Or are you looking eventually to, go and rise up that, real estate investor evolution of wholesaler, fix and flip, or buy and hold, where you're just building a portfolio of buy and hold? Is that what your goal is? Like,
Yeah.
what are you planning for your future?
Yeah, definitely. So I immediately have two things going on parallelly. One is that face-free property projects ongoing. I have one business partner, and he's taking care of that renovation part. He's a very experienced general contractor,
Mhm.
so he's doing heavy lifting on renovation part. Going parallelly, I am in the wholesale program. I'm I'm going to definitely continue doing wholesale. I've been doing wholesale for about a month or so. I submitted a few offers, probably 10 offers, but I didn't really rush to submit many offers. So I still need to find the balance. It's going to take a while. I feel I might be getting close. It may take another month or so, but we'll see. So really, I want to continue doing wholesale. Really, I want to start buying because fixed flip, the plan for 2025 is do another 4 or 5 more, other than the one ongoing. Eventually, I would say eventually, after a year or so, we really need to start buying and hold. And that's the ultimate goal in terms of real estate. Just keep buying.
Yeah, you can definitely put yourself in the position to do that. That is definitely possible, with what you're doing. And just going back to what you're, mentioning, and you've heard me say it all the time in the coaching calls and all that. You know, how you structure, how you find that balance to put in good offers, because you can get all your offers accepted if you offer way too high, but you're not doing good for anyone that way.
Right,
And then if you're offering way too low, you're not going to get anywhere
right.
there. So that's where you learn the skill. I always say
Yep.
there's a science to it, but there's also an art to it. You know,
Yeah, agree.
and that's something you just
Yep.
have to learn, and you learn it by just keep doing it and keep learning your market. So you're getting there.
Right.
Obviously, you got a deal under contract, and you guys closed on it. You have partners. Um, So that brings me to the next part of this interview with you is tell me a bit about the deal. Tell me a bit about your
Sure.
partners. Like, let's start here. Where did you find these partners at?
Yeah. So I joined the local real investment association. They have events every month. I
Hmm.
met my partners over there. We are all new to investment, but we have each of us have good some good skill sets. Myself is good at numbers and doing deal calculations. One of the partners, he is a very experienced general contractor, so he knows constructions, repairs.
Hmm.
Um, Another partner, he's an agent, so he knows the real estate transactions. So we decided to work together for fix and flip, um, and we are new, and we are none of us is irreplaceable, but we really have the desire to work together and be successful. So we form a business, and you want to focus on do the real work instead of arguing, make it easier, so we can be laser focused on the real work. The partner who is the agent, and he talked to the seller, and we have negotiation, and based on, so that's another thing I would thanks to the training program. I I get use a deal calculator from the training program. I did the deal calculations and did some adjustments based on our own financial conditions, and so all the negotiation and the purchase decision are based on numbers. And right, so we purchased the the property within 1.5 months, about 6 weeks from getting the lead to closing. Anyone should try to leverage the resource skill sets from other people and doing join the adventure. That'd be great.
Yeah, that's one of the most powerful things you can do in real estate investing is leveraging other people. So, you have an expertise in one thing, you connected with someone with expertise here, another person with expertise there. You put those all together and you move faster this way. This is how big deals get done faster because you try to do everything yourself. You still got to learn all those little
Right.
things, but this way you're able to move fast and get deals done.
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest, one of the most powerful things about leverage. This is exactly
Right.
what you did, and it's showing quickly that I mean, you were in the you joined the program like how long ago? Like, was it 6 months ago?
I
Not even that.
joined past 3 months ago. Yeah, 3 months
3 months
ago,
ago. Yeah.
last
So
October. Yeah.
yeah, within 3 months or so, you've got your first fix and flip deal. So yeah, we're obviously excited for you. We want you guys to keep track and keep us posted on the
Yeah.
process and all that. I know you're going to learn a lot. It's going to be a
Good.
roller coaster
Yeah.
ride, but it'll be worth
Yeah.
it in the end. How did you structure this deal? You said kind of you guys are just going to split it outright between the three of you. No one's going to be like, oh, well, I do this and you do that, and so I should get more. It's none of that. So it's just a clear cut partnership. So this way, it's going to be
Yes.
simpler, and everybody just puts all the work in together. So you all win. Correct?
Right. Right. Yes. Yeah. And we're going to keep doing that for a few more this year. Um, yeah, that's the plan for now.
So why don't you run into some of the numbers right now? Tell us like what you got it under contract for, what your repair cost estimate is, what's your timeline, how long should this take, and what are you guys thinking it's going to sell for, and then eventually what your profits are going to be. If you want to just run through some of those numbers, let us all know.
Right. Sure. The purchase price was 237,000. ARV 465,000. Repair cost $100,000. We got a hard money from a lender. The interest rate is 11.5%. with the rate of return is about 16%. The financed return 37,000, not much, but our goal is to just make it work. If we get a profit, it's great.
Yeah.
If we see surprise, we could end up losing some money, but it's fine. We're gonna all take the same risk. We're gonna share the risk. Um, but really, we want to learn from it.
Yeah, and the thing is, I was
Yeah.
just going to say that, you have multiple exit strategies with this is, look into, let's say you maybe can't sell it for the price you would like to right now. Would it be good as a rental maybe? That's something to look into and you guys hold it, together that way and see
Yeah.
if that might work better long term. So it sounds like you might have
Right.
another exit strategy if needed. So that's good.
Definitely is something we need to think about exit strategy. That's a good point.
Yeah, just something to keep in mind, just in case if it's looking like it won't be the kind of profit you were had intended. Because again, we have to understand real estate is a roller coaster, but you're doing a value add and you already ran the numbers. You have confidence in your numbers. I'm sure the other partners check it out and it all made sense to all three of you. So and even the hard money lenders, I know that they usually will check the deal to make sure it makes sense to them
Right.
too, right? So you've
We
got
did.
lots of support and evidence to show that you're gonna profit from this, and making
Hope so.
something, making 10% or 3% of something is way better than 100%
Yeah.
of nothing, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Agree. Yeah. That's what we're thinking about as well. Yeah.
Great. I'm really excited for you. I can't wait to see the updates, and then eventually, what happens at the end when you guys put it on the market. So really, really looking forward to all of that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So like last two questions. Why we've kind of touched on this already, but like
Yep.
you want financial freedom. Is the main driver of why this is important to you to doing deals? Is it to eventually are you trying to eventually leave your career at some point? Are you trying to like you're fine with staying there as long as you have this with you as well, this business? What is it that why is this important to you? I know you've kind of touched on it a bit, but um, I just want to kind of open that up for you a little bit more.
It's really the freedom. I don't want to be limited by anything. I want to be able to support families is a very basic thing. Support the people I love. A lot of people I care about. I don't have much to help them this moment. I need a lot of financial support.
Well, you definitely have the work ethic for it, and you definitely have the drive for it. It sounds like you've got the heart for it too. Your heart's in the right place, your mind's in the right place. So it's just a matter of just sticking to it. I say it all the time. A lot of the best
Right.
investors who have been doing this for a long time that I started meeting when I was got it started in the business, I say it all the time. They're not really any smarter than any of us or you or anyone. It's just they never gave up and they were willing to take the risks that most people just aren't
Yeah.
willing to take. So, again, kudos to you. We're really
Right.
proud of the progress you're making. Um, what is like the last thing? What's the kind of advice you would give someone? So people listening to
Yep.
this, what advice, what suggestions would you give them after what you've kind of been going through with this whole change, this new venture that you've decided to go in, and the success you're starting to see? What kind of advice would you give people out there who are thinking, should I do this? Can I do this? Do I need help? Who should I get help from? What advice would you give someone?
I would say know what you want and be very persistent and open mind. Work with the people. Keep learning. Always keep in mind you need to be creative. Those are the intellectual power. Those are adding value to your business process. You can't just keep repeating. You have always keep thinking how I can do better. That's exactly what Alex said in the training program. Like if you improve every day 1%, you can do the math. That's the power. I would say most of the people, if you really do it, have a very good plan, very strong execution on the plan, most people will be successful.
Yeah, yeah. We have a saying in the office. Real estate is not a get rich quick scheme; it's a get rich for sure plan.
Right, right.
So if you do things
Yeah,
right,
agree.
and you stay disciplined and you see it through, like it should be inevitable. That you make the kind of money you want and build the kind of wealth that you want if you just stick with it
Right,
and do what you need to do to do it properly too. Because people
right,
can stay busy, but there may not be productive. There are better ways of
right.
doing things,
Yep,
and they might be better for certain people at certain times. So I'm glad we
right.
were able to create something that was going to work for you and your lifestyle to get started with this. So
Sure.
again, Frank, it was a honor and a pleasure to talk with you, and honestly continue working with you and seeing you grow and progress.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Peter. Thank you. Really appreciate all the support and help from you and from the community, from
Yeah.
Real Estate Skills.
Our pleasure. It's what we live for. We think about it all day long. How can we help? How can we change people's lives? Because
Yeah,
it did to me. I was a student
yeah,
here once. It changed my life. So I know it can.
yeah.
I know it can.
Right, right.
Well, thanks again, Frank. With that, we'll just say take care to everybody. We'll see Frank on here again soon. I'm pretty sure of it. And there you have it. Frank's dedication to his business and to his family is manifesting quickly in a big way. He knew what real estate could bring to his life, but he didn't know how to turn that into a reality. That's where we were able to come in and give him a clear path to reaching his goals. At Real Estate Skills, he was able to find a system that he could follow even while maintaining a full-time job and get the support that he needed to create the lifestyle and the future that he desires. If you want to know more about the Real Estate Skills community, head on over to realestateskills.com. Until next time, take care.